tying his second win in 3 weeks. Kyle Troup, the U.S. Open champion, and some new faces too. This video, Benji Martinez and Zach Wilkins looking to be contenders here tonight. As we welcome you to our broadcast desk, everybody, I'm John Fanta. My partner is the Hall of Famer in season 25, calling the BBA, Randy Peterson. All right, Randy, E.J. Tackett, 4 straight weeks that he has made a show. He has yet to break through for that first win of 2024. What are you seeing from him?
What I'm seeing is what everybody knows about E.J. Tackett. It's just pure greatness. This guy, 4th telecast in a row. What a season he had in 2023, capturing the United States Open Player of the Year. But on television in 2024, it's been a bit of a struggle, right? Here we see E.J. hoisting that beautiful trophy. But this season at the U.S. Open, that errant shot cost him that match. Then in Chicago, this errant shot, the Big Four against Jake Peters, cost him that match. Keep in mind, though, this guy is 1 game away tonight from capturing his 22nd title. That would tie the great Marshall Holman in career titles.
And he is only 31 years of age. Tackett, one of the faces of this sport. Who could he potentially have to go through tonight? A familiar face to him, the U.S. Open champion, Kyle Troup.
Hopefully it wins.
And you're back home in Indiana. You've bowled here for 20-plus years. What's it mean to have this crowd behind you?
I mean, it's always really cool to be in Indiana. Obviously, we were at Woodland Bowl a few weeks ago for the U.S. Open. I made the show there. I love being able to bowl in Indiana. I finally got the win in Indiana last year at the U.S. Open. Hopefully I can bring home title number 2 tonight.
All right, well, we'll see you in the finals because you are our #1 seed tonight.
He has won high school state championships right here at Championship Lanes as well. As we take a look at the step ladder, we'll begin with Zach Wilkins out of Canada versus Benji Martinez from Mexico. A two-hander.
2 players with very little television experience, and being under the bright lights of the PBA Tour, the biggest stage in our sport, is about as nerve-wracking as it can get. You're just trying to keep your feet underneath you for a couple of shots. Both these players are shaking like they did an all-night bender in front of the espresso machine at Starbucks.
Wilkins making his first TV appearance in 5 years. It's the 2019 Roth Holman doubles, and now here is a young talent from Mexico, Benji Martinez. What do you see in his skill set?
Well, he's a very traditional player. He uses his thumb. It's just kind of a little more old school with some power.
And he starts with a scenario right off the bat. 2, 4, 5, 8. The bucket cleans that up.
Great bowling program there these days.
We are here for you from Savannah. Bring that fuego tomorrow.
And there's the team mom. I know her personally. Her name is Ganja Kurt. Her daughter was just to her right, Laura. I used to coach Laura back when she was a 12-year-old. Now she's at SCAD. They live in Ocean Isle Beach, North Carolina, and just some of the greatest people you'll ever meet. But big shout out to Ganja and the rest of the Kurt family. No urethane. You're not supposed to do that. Solid 9. A little loft on that left lane. You're going to notice the right lane is going to be tighter down lane. We'll see that throughout the telecast. A little more friction on this left lane, and it showed right there.
Tonight. Just 26 years of age.
I asked Ganja, what does she do for the team? She says, I'm the team mom.
You get to see what a new kid on the block is going through. We sometimes, with faces like Tackett, Troup, that we've got tonight, we take those things for granted.
Those guys are vets. They know what they're doing, right?
Yeah,
I mean, they know how to manage the clock. They know how to when to take re-racks and when not to. They know when to ice their opponent, getting up to the 10th frame. But there again, you see what I was mentioning earlier. the tightness of the right lane, down lane.
Zach Wilkins talked to us about using his rev rate, slower speed, and shaping it this week.
Well, and what we're seeing here in match number 1 is both players using urethane, and we saw that throughout the week during all the qualifying. Players would start with urethane for a game or two, and then as soon as that look went away, as you take a look at his arsenal, when that look went away, the players then immediately jumped into reactive resin and moved in.
We asked him who he's been playing for all week. He said his fiancée, Tegan. Tegan's mom right now dealing with a medical emergency. Our thoughts and prayers. And there's a pumped up Zach Wilkins playing for his better half and her family tonight.
That he bowls out of. I did an exhibition there.
Still leaves a... He was exceptional to get to this stage. Need more evidence? Break this down, RP.
Yeah, well, take a look at those scores, and his countrymen would say he was en fuego. And just missing the record by 3 pins.
Muy bien. For Benji, wasted no time in getting here. His first show was during COVID, so they couldn't be here. He strikes.
You heard him say, vamos, let's go, let's go.
Wouldn't give. It asked for a date, but was...
One of our finalists tonight averaged over 240.
And cleans that out. Tonight's Brunswick oil pattern, the Viper 37.
Yeah, 37 feet, 12,300 games, and I mean, the players just destroyed them. And when speaking with some of them, they said, well, they were PBA easy, not league easy, PBA easy, and the guys just lit them up this week.
That they did. Accuracy, oil allowing him to use rev rate, and that slower speed. Mr. Wilkins with a strike. Chicago 2 years ago. Just to continue to get reps, get consistency. Messenger.
Una bola.
He did that earlier this week when he needed to make the move. Everything clicked. But as you described last week, being on TV, totally different monster. Wilkins heating up. And tonight, he's got this man in attendance. This is amazing, folks. His dad, Rick. Rick has gone through extreme radiation and chemotherapy, and 3 weeks ago, completed his victory over throat cancer.
Yeah, I mean, just an incredible story, and I mean, wow, what a great ending to all his hardship that he went through, and then to have Zach be able to do this in front of his dad it's incredible.
Mom Leanne here, brother Steven, special night for the Wilkins family. Let's go! And Zach. These people playing for my dad. Now can Martinez answer? Benji has caught some tough breaks.
And I think his speed's just too fast, especially on that right lane, and there's just not enough motion going through the pins. Remember week 10 prior to that shot, and this time it's the shaker 7.
You talked about that ball change.
He's pot committed now. 5-9 spares if he covers this through 7 frames.
As bowled for the Mexico national team. His father got him into the sport. But right now he finds himself in a hole.
Well, this young man, keep in mind that he has to bowl the PTQs all season. And that's the pre-tournament qualifiers, so just to get into the tournament proper. And that was an additional 7 games for Benji.
Had Nate Bagger as part of that PTQ. And now, in his second television appearance ever, 2021 PBA Players Championship Southwest Regional Finals 3 years ago. And there it is. Wilkins has caught fire.
Yeah, and there's that rev rate with the urethane ball. You can see it kicking the 10 out. I mean,
can I get a re-rack, please?
He's taking that re-rack now here on the left lane, but in what sport does power not reign supreme? Six to the sidewall, kicks the 10 out like Jackie Chan.
This man is feeling good right now. Locked in with his game. 8th year pro. He's 31 years of age. He was 50th in points last year. Boom!
Yeah, all but over now. He just needs really.
The United States Open champion. Yeah, the U.S. Open champ's the 3 seed here. Kyle Troup. Martinez needs it, gets it. E.J. Tackett made Anthony Simonson, well, we thought made him think last week, and then Simo stepped up to that right lane and was unbelievable.
Yeah, well, you heard what E.J. said. Simo doing Simo stuff. I mean, you know, he stayed with a ball that he left 3 consecutive week 10s with and just somehow found a way to get it to double.
Martinez making a push.
Yeah, good shot. So if he strikes out, he'll force Wilkins to mark. A little bit softer speed on that left lane, but he's also a little bit farther left. And needs 2 more just like that one.
Here's the thing. This kid at 26, he's just getting started.
Yeah.
He's got a lot to look forward to. Benji Martinez has found it. Stand up, Anderson.
Well, this one matters. Strike here, and he forces Wilkins to mark. If he doesn't strike here, he gets 9. Wilkins can get 9 first ball and win.
Nothing easy.
It's not easy winning on the PBA Tour, my friend.
He showed so much grace in qualifying earlier this week, and that shot we showed you at the top of this segment. Benji Martinez. Oh, late surge, and listen to this crowd.
Well, it was a nice way to finish, but it might be a little too late for Benji Martinez. Now Wilkins just needs 9 on this ball, doesn't even need the mark.
With his fiancée Tegan having a watch party back in Kansas City. With her mother going through a medical emergency this week. With Dad here tonight as his inspiration, beating cancer. Zach has a powerful story. He's met adversity this week and now trying to book a matchup with Kyle Troup. Zach Wilkins. Moving on. Let's go. Right here.
Well, his execution has been great coming down the stretch here in game 1. That's a 6-bagger, and he's been within an inch of every shot he's thrown in terms of accuracy.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's go.
Mr. Wilkins, your Saturday night in Indiana will continue. Wilkins with Marshall Kent the 2, EJ Tack at the 1.
Yeah, and after the slow start, the players really picked it up late. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 12 out of 13 thrown the last half of the game.
What'd you like most about Wilkins?
Guy sacked up, man. He got up there and he clutched out. I mean, he threw the shots when you have to throw the shots. I mean, that's all you can ask for, right?
Bingo. And throws another.
Make the shots when it matters. And that's what he did.
So here he is. Kyle Troup, such a fan favorite on the PBA Tour. The Bob Ross of bowling. He talked with us this week about his mentality off winning the U.S. Open. Had a couple of tough weeks. Mr. Troup off to a strong start.
And Kyle using urethane to start game 2. That is an IQ 78. And there's a fashion statement being made right there by Kyle Troup. That's a uni from his dad way back in the day.
That's right. Guppy wore this outfit, these colors, in 1998 at the Erie Open. And wore something similar to this for the King of the Lanes Family Edition as well. Started with a double.
It's time.
And I think there was probably
all the celebration of winning that, but on the PBA Tour, it's short memory. It's the definition of short memory.
Yeah, you're right, John. There's no time to celebrate. I mean, you get done winning, collect your check and trophy, sign some autographs, and then you're on to the next week.
And if things go south, people don't.
You're only as good as your last performance, right? So there's zero time to celebrate, unless it's the season-ending event or something. You get to go home and share it with your family and friends. But these players, they pack it up and they move on to the next week. Kyle's somehow maybe mentally affecting Zach. Nice bounce back shot, though. According to Lane Talk stats, nobody missed more 10 pins out of our 5 finalists this week than Zach Wilkins. Now let's see if Kyle Troup does what he normally does, and that's jump all over opportunities given to him.
His tour rep. Boom. Jim Callahan gave him a book this past week. Kyle said he had not read a book since being in about 7th or 8th grade. He read the book Holes. He got the book Mind Gym, an athlete's guide to inner excellence. He said it really helped him recalibrate and just settle in mentally. And I think we're seeing that right now.
We certainly saw this week, and off to a great start here against Zach Wilkins.
Reading the book, An Athlete's Guide to Inner Excellence. He's off to an excellent start.
It's what you work for. It's what you practice. It's what you try to obtain each and every shot. And it's such a field sport.
True, Bill O'Neill, the points leader, filling out the top 3. Wilkins is rising there too. He's 4. 16th at 1 Eastern.
I heard there might be a Norm Dukes sighting as well. Is that true?
You would be correct. Really cool that we'll see the legends in action. Troup is in rhythm.
Wow.
On fire. Troup's hair's on fire tonight. Oh, holy smokes! Oh, it is time. Indiana having some beverages. Are they at Kyle Troup's party? Mr. Wilkins would like to say something about that. The night is young, America. In the midst of fighting for a title, reading. Kyle Troup started this book, Mind Gym, An Athlete's Guide to Inner Excellence by Gary Mack. He started the book Monday. He's almost done. Will he finish reading it before winning a title tonight? Reading during a match, have you ever seen anything like that?
No. I would read that.
You're cheap. Wilkins strikes. Said the oil pattern allowed him to use rev rate. Slow that up. Boom.
He's bowling nice right now, and you know, you got to look at the second frame when he left the 10th in and whipped it. And then Kyle's just all over it with the front six, so not a whole lot that Zach can do about that, but another nice shot, and it's 5 in a row for Zach Wilkins, trying to get back into this here in game 2.
U.S. Open champion has been perfect. Kyle Troup has the first 7 strikes toward bowling a 300 game. Since June 26th of last year in Arlington, Jason Belmonte, who became the first player to record 3 televised 300 games. You didn't jinx him, Randy. It's getting real. They say it's a magic number. Wilkins is doing his part, though, to stay in this thing.
And bowl for a lot of money.
A lot. $25,000. Up for grabs tonight, and Wilkins, Randy, what a job he's done responding. June the 5th, 2022, and that was a day where Troup and Belmonte did it. Only time 2 televised 300 games have been bowled on the same day. That came out in Arlington. Messenger, come on! Oh.
The nerve.
The nerve.
Man.
I'll never.
Isn't it just like, hey, you want a hug? You want to snuggle? No. I want to go to Wilkins.
So,
if he doesn't strike on this ball, Zach still has a chance.
Yeah.
That was in.
Kyle Troup.
That was in, and it struck. That's a good sign. And that's part of the reason why the scores are so high this week. There's a little mistake room left and right of target.
That's the just bare, just right strike.
Oh my goodness. I think we should change the just right strike to that one.
It was just.
We got to get Kyle a gold hair pick. He's looking at reactive right there. Might be his ball that he goes to, even though he just shot 279. Believe it or not, players did it all week long.
On fire. And he books a date with Marshall Kent. Deegan. Hey, Zach Wilkins, you deserve a tip of the cap. Marshall Kent. He was the winner of the Illinois Classic 2 weeks ago, his first win since 2017 as a single. Kimberly Pressler is with the red hot Marshall. So Kyle Troup is still reading, but there's a slight concern entering this matchup. What is it?
Well, I just got the thumbs up from thumbs up while we're looking at Kyle's thumb. I just got the okay from Tim Mack, the tour rep for Kyle. Kyle was high-fiving somebody in the stands as we went to break, and he caught the guy's ring on his thumb. But Timmy just gave me the thumbs up right before coming back from break. He said he's good to go.
to advance to this matchup. How is that thought?
Oh my God, there's that messenger again.
It's not in the mood.
That dirty comes across the lane a lot faster than that.
The Illinois Classic, but his first win as a single in 7 years. Oh my goodness gracious.
Good start.
And he has his own finger issue.
Yeah, he's got that ring finger taped up pretty good, and he was trying to figure out a way to keep the tape from coming off. He has a really good gouge in that ring finger that's been kind of bothering him for a couple of weeks, but he figured out a way. Just super glue it. And that's adrenaline, that shot right there that went in the ditch. Going with a GB4 hybrid to start. You see his fingers are all taped up. Just his hand taking a beating.
241 average this week.
And that's going to be the typical miss. Best match for Marshall Kent ever.
All off work. He said, I reestablished my work ethic.
No way.
It's more like it, yes.
No way can that stand up. You know,
179, but close to a decade since they've met on TV. Troup strikes.
Troup looks over at strike track. Get his number.
Balls after a second round of qualifying.
Yeah, he didn't need to. Everything he threw was striking. He didn't need anything else.
If it ain't broke. Uh-oh.
Can we talk after I'm done? Come on, guys.
Well, my apologies, Kyle. If it was us in the booth, we certainly never intended to disturb the...
To Kent.
Hello.
Back-to-back for Marshall.
So the difference in the two...
Marshall Kent. Troup, a 15th-year pro.
Remember, we've seen some shots. We've seen some shots out to the 2.5 board. No.
Are you kidding? Are you kidding?
We got our answer.
How stubborn is that?
It's not very friendly. Watch the headpin. 6 goes around, just breathes on the 10. Look at that. That's ridiculous.
It really is. Just say yes. It wanted to.
Look out. All right.
Okay.
See him still messing with his hand. I'm wondering if his thumb's causing him any issues.
That's just it. You get it, and that's what we were talking about earlier.
The ring on, and now my heartbeat is in my thumb because he fucking broke it almost.
It's the upcoming weeks. And now Kent has momentum.
Yep. It's piling on now. Out of the break.
The update right now is that it has a heartbeat, and he made the insinuation there. You heard it directly from him. Could it be broken? Can Kyle find it here with that injured thumb? He strikes. Yeah, that's where it happened. That big high five.
I saw a ring. It was definitely in play.
Tough. But Troup, out of sight, out of mind. And he's the U.S. Open champ. That shows you how tough this sport is. Now, Ken has been on fire tonight. That's power. Totally fell out of love with the sport. He thought about packing it up at one point.
Well, I think we're all very proud of him because he's doing what we all believed he could do, and now he believes it. Marshall believes it.
I know how much pride you've got. You can sense it. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah. There's a big miss left, and is
disagree. However, that could have gone a lot worse than it ended up. Troup Nation applauds. Troup is showing us why he was the United States Open champion. Got a pressure on Marshall Kent. It does come down this time at 19.2.
Come on, good tempo here. Let's go. Come on.
One open for Marshall at the front. Is that too much to overcome here? Needs it, gets it. All right, Randy. Let's see. One of the hottest players on tour. Kent, and that's not it. He couldn't overcome. Coming too far left, Randy.
He's so scared of.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's afraid to get it to the right. I don't know why. That lane really peels back, and Marshall, the last 3 shots he's thrown on that lane have been big misses to the left. Park, good count.
17 pin fill to win. So a mark here will
In control. Just gotta get this thing down to
all but do it.
control.
Reading Mind Gym, an athlete's guide to inner excellence. Trying to write a story of his own tonight.
To the left.
He's got to cover it.
To the left.
Spare an 8. Seal the deal.
You would think. That a 10 pin should be no trouble, and it is. So now he needs 8. To meet, tack in, and take a timeout. Be in control. Kyle Troup, you better take out that book. You've got some more reading to do, fella. He's maiden tacket for a title on a Saturday night in Indy. Indianapolis, to be exact here, is a look at these two players, a combined 32 titles.
Yeah, and Troup's only loss to EJ Tackett came at last year's United States Open.
Troup defeated Tackett 212 to 200 in their most recent meeting 3 weeks ago in Indianapolis. The 10.
.279 the first game with that ball. 220.
36 total games Wednesday through Friday in qualifying. 64 players entered this field from qualifying round 1 to now. EJ Tackett's been no worse than second.
He led the last 4 rounds.
Is this his week?
I mean, without a victory, will tonight be his night?
That Tackett responds.
And David Newman, our director.
Troup. And these two, Kyle received the Dick Weber Polling Ambassador Award, given to the athlete who has consistently shown grace on and off the lanes. He's one of the great guys. Has a tremendous following. These two in this title match are revered
and you got to be mindful of this one.
Well done.
Simo did and went on to win. See if EJ can execute like he did last week.
He executes perfectly there. That was pretty. Venomous. Venomous, baby.
I think that rack is in shock. Oh. He seems to do that a lot.
Troup strikes.
Yep, sure is right there.
You heard commit to it and go.
And this is reactive. You're going to see a lot more shape with this ball for Kyle.
Thought we might see this even sooner. Here it comes. Commit to it.
Yeah, you dirty animal. Get out of here.
See ya. Ooh. 10.
Pretty good shot there for 9 by EJ Tackett. 6 slingshots around the 10. And you're right-handed. It's not a friend of yours.
He's bowled in this building for 20 years.
A lot.
Different regional events, high school state championships. He brought up the loss in the high school state finals before he brought up the win. That's how he's wired. And this graphic sums Trip in December. Trip is doing great. Best part of having EJ. 4 straight shows. We get a new picture every week.
There's the Marshall Kent crossover on that left lane. You see that arm swing that goes out and then tucks back in, and that is part of the reason why EJ Tackett is so good. That swing direction gets that wrist and that hand in a really good spot, but that shot just left the target.
This is a heavyweight clash.
And just like that, Kyle Troup takes the lead.
An Athlete's Guide to Inner Excellence. Mind Gym, that book by Gary Mack. Kyle read it this week. He's almost done with it. He's found excellence tonight. And is finding excellence at the perfect time. What a last couple of pages. Man, has this lived up to the hype. Oh, do we have drama for $25,000? Titles. You've got 6 majors. You've got 2 of the last 3 players of the year. And all while that's happening, someone is reading a book. I'd say to that fan to wake up, but it's not a fan.
No. Still good enough to strike.
Did you hear him? Don't do what you did last time. You had an issue with this 10, and all right.
I mean, it was still good enough to strike. The messenger came flat.
Trying to close the month with an Indiana Classic title against one of Indiana's own.
Ooh. Whoa.
Whoa, whoa.
Bucket was up for a second. Now it's just a 5-pin. There's the bucket right there. That is a great rake.
Wasn't a very sturdy bucket.
advantage would be to Weber. Look out, Randy. You know,
I know this one dude that did Tournament of Champions, but we don't need to talk about that. Let's move on. 9th frame, 9th and 10th coming up. 1-pin match. Both players working on a spare.
Is the good stuff. The pro with the fro versus perhaps the best in the sport right now, Mr. Consistent.
Grab your popcorn.
Cannot believe that didn't come around the corner. All the numbers look really good.
Yeah.
I cannot believe what I just saw his ball do there. It was like somebody poured a big puddle of oil in the middle part of the lane. Watch this. That is unbelievable. Nope. Yep.
Well, and isn't that the other side of the sport?
Oh my goodness. One frame, the 9th, and it's all but over.
Wow. 4 straight television appearances for E.J. Tackett. Now this is hard to believe. To win. He started this month writing another chapter to his legacy, a second major.
All you gotta do is just get it.
Now trying to close this month by penning a 12th title. And as he finishes one book,
he writes another title chapter. Kyle Troup, the Indiana Classic champion.
Style, baby! Shout out Ray's Eyewear. Love you guys. Let's hear you, crowd. Come on, let's go.
$25,000. Started the month with a green jacket, Randy Peterson. Nobody had a better February than Kyle Troup.
Yeah, and he may have just moved himself to the top of the list in the Player of the Year race. I know it's early, but Kyle Troup, 2 wins, 1 major.
Kyle Troup, your Indiana Classic champion.
Hell of a bowler, brother. Keep it up.
Coverage of the 2024 PBA season continues next Sunday, March 3rd on FS1 at noon Eastern with the PBA Delaware Classic from Mid-County Lanes and Entertainment in Middletown, Delaware. Coming up next, it's Mountain West Conference Women's College Basketball as UNLV faces Nevada. So for Randy Peterson, Kimberly Pressler, and our entire crew, I'm John Fanta. You've been watching the PBA on FS1, the king of Indiana, the king of February in the PBA this year.
Let's go!